Hello, my name is Saj Mahal, and welcome to a Starfield Let's Play. I will be doing it in parts. Not sure how many parts yet. We'll see. The game's been out for a couple of weeks. If you don't know what Starfield is, it's a Bethesda game that looks like a combination of, kind of like a combination of like Fallout and Mass Effect, which two games I love, by the way. Um, I haven't looked up too many things outside of just what the game is going to be, like a summary of the game, like how it takes place in the future, how there's the typical outline of the game of how you get to meet all the characters, you have companions and that kind of stuff. Because I didn't want to ruin any of the surprises for myself, so all I've done so far is the little prologue. Nothing really happened. I created a character. I chose the um, what did I choose? Uh, Diplomat. I chose to be a diplomat. I like the ability, the commerce ability. It sounds really good to always have some business aspect. That seems like that would help you with selling materials. And in Bethesda games, where the amount of weight and what you can carry on you matters. Usually the return matters as well. So I chose this one. For traits, I chose alien DNA because we built different. We chose empath because we like to be able to have our teammates play good. And we chose the rate enlightened trait, which is all about the ability to what does that do? You grow as a matter of the enlightened. You gain access to special chests. Yeah, okay, whatever. Just some small little things, but I'm not gonna do a lot of commentary. I'm mostly gonna just play the game. But I just wanted to let that be known. I tried to make the character look like me, but the hair is not the closest. The facial hair is pretty close. The skin color is close enough. The scar on the right eyebrow is pretty right. I like to reflect myself in games as much as I can, but there's going to be a lot of story information at the very beginning from based off the prologue that I just did. So we'll kind of see where this goes. So yeah, let's jump into it. Oh, uh, I am me. Yes.
Forgot. Former diplomat, right? You must have said the wrong words to the wrong people to wind up here. Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way. Then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened? Huh. Well, makes the paperwork easier. And we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh, sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. We'll be... Speak of the devil.
What devil?
Our constellation contact is on approach.
Wait, the Explorers group? I thought they were kind of a joke. Hey,
Not a
you
joke.
alright?
You're just
Maybe
too
don't
young
do any
to know
heavy
better.
lifting for a while?
Hey, I'm just saying they got a reputation. Hell, I bet half the crew
Whoa,
here doesn't
Lynn
even
sure
believe
seems
they
to
really
like you.
exist.
Guess you
Half
would
the
know.
crew doesn't believe
Being the
Earth
boss and
exists,
all.
but it's still there. Same with Constellation.
Yeah, but come on. Exploring space? Who does that anymore? Ain't the space we've already got complicated enough?
Not to them, apparently.
It
All
sure
right,
is.
Dusty. Airlock. Put your helmet on.
Damn, I'm thick.
Client is... Once we sell that rock, we can start packing up.
You alright? You need some coffee or something? Got a package somewhere. Really? In a Discovery class? That ship's older than this movie.
It's not old. Classic. Come on, let's do it. Barrett?
Man!
Been a long time.
Yes, it has. That mine on Bendy, right?
Kazal, hellhole, like this place. Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So, you found something?
Right here. The new guy found it.
That right. And everything went cool? Just like grabbing those minerals on Bendy?
Kazal, and no Barrett, not cool. He passed out after the extraction. Doesn't even remember what happened.
Is that right, cowboy? Went on a trip, huh?
Indeed we did, sir.
That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
That's the Crimson Fleet! Crimson Fleet hit us.
This attack better not be coming out of our pay.
Did you get any good hits in? It's not every day we get to cut anything other than rocks.
Of course, Barry.
Now, that was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constellation. You're part of this now. Nothing wrong with honest work. Although, yes. See your point.
Oh, no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
All right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list. How about I stay and I send your Dusty here in my place? I know, but he's not some miner anymore, Lynn. Soon as he touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things. Now that we've been attacked, we've got to pack up and move on. Argos will come for the rest of us. You get going. Just go.
Well, now that that's settled. Vasco, get him to the lodge. No deviations unless absolutely necessary.
Indigo. Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time. Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now. Come on. You really not at all curious about that light and music show you experienced? Because if you didn't notice, we've all been handling it since, the way I see it, Constellation needs that artifact, but they all... Technically, it's not even mine. Consider it a loan. Vasco will keep you on course. They're just following the loot, like pirates do. And I have something of a reputation as a... And Vasco, don't let him break my ship.
Captain, I assume you know how to fly a Class A starship. As Barrett likes
Oh,
to say,
fuck yeah,
it's as easy as learning to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties. Shields ready. The rest is up to you. It might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process. Or, if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems, and we'll be on our way. Each system on a ship requires power. Allocating power is under your direct control. Let's go over the engines.
This part's boring.
You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline.
Let's end this!
finally.
Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains. Two more Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain.
You've already lost! No mercy! Come on!
Now that we are in orbit, it might be wise to test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can
Fair
step
enough.
you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems, and we'll be on our way. You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline. Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains. Two more Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location, Captain.
We've been hit! Ground drive's out!
this rate, the odds of continual assault from their ships are high enough to jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to
Oh,
deal
now I'm
with
learning how
the
to do
local
this.
Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates. We have arrived in orbit, the abandoned facility with our Crimson.
A very interesting start, nonetheless.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain. Captain, Protocol Indigo dictates that I am to return to the Lodge with no deviations. We are here to stop the Crimson Fleet from pursuit. Nothing more. Barrett would say that billions of years ago, we were all one with the cosmos, so technically you have known each other forever. But the more practical answer is likely that he needs you. The number of known people who have been affected by the artifacts is now 2. Without your investment in Constellation's mission, he may never know more about the experience you both share. I have often asked Barrett that same question at various times, and about various individuals that wanted to cause us harm. The most likely answer is that Barrett personally insulted him, typically by continuing to live, usually
What an insult. Continuing to live, huh? Man. Let's head to our mission.
According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility is in this direction. Be careful, Captain. Alien creatures are often unpredictable. The Crimson Fleet is a confederation of smaller, independent pirate crews, operating under the same banner. They are typically unscrupulous and violent. While I am programmed for combat, it is not my primary function. Curious, these are United Colonies markings, but we are in Freestar Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility. Barrett and the Crimson...
something in a cave until it kills you.
One more time! Lock and load.
Prepare for combat. We have eradicated all nearby enemies. I believe we are no longer.
Oh, Jesus.
Curious, these are united colonies. Freestar Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility. I detect no suspicious activity in the area. Warning, enemy activity detected. Please avoid getting shot. You might die. You are trying to kill me, but I am not technically alive.
Oh, better than me! Let's out of here!
The enemy has dropped out of our view. Enemy activity in the area has ceased.
Time to earn a living.
I hope I adequately assisted you during combat. Captain, we should continue. I will happily carry. high likelihood of human death.
This one's mine. You gotta be kidding me. The Frontier has a new captain? You working with Barrett, or did you pry the ship keys out of his cold, dead hands? We don't have a problem with Barrett. We want that ship, the Frontier. If you're the captain of it now, that means we're after you. Oh, no. You see, maybe your colleague Barrett didn't tell you, but there's a bit of a legend surrounding that ship. That constellation keeps treasure hidden in the cargo bays, the loot from 100 planets, and it's going to be ours.
That statement is partially correct. The Frontier has been to many planets and moons, but the only things held in the cargo bays are spare parts, dust, desiccated food particles, and a variety of species of ant.
I don't care what kind of lies Barrett programmed that robot to say. We're taking that ship.
Maybe.
You're
Look at
not
this one.
talking us out of this score. They aren't? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
You mean that, don't you? You really haven't found anything on board? You're lying. We're getting what's on that ship. I've heard enough out of you. Kill them!
Occurred to me that you have undergone considerable physical and emotional trauma since first meeting Barrett. That is not uncommon. We need to reach the Alpha Centauri. I am ready to commence a... Captain, to reach the lodge, we must jump to the planet Jemison in the Alpha Centauri system, and then land in the city of New Atlantis. Do not worry, this will all become second nature before too long.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Very interesting.
Hey, Bosco! What, no Barrett? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Easy for you to say.
You're
Top of the
looking for a job
class.
too?
I'm going to be a glorified
Welcome
gopher.
to Infinity. If you need something, see the receptionist. Infinity is huge. Like staggeringly huge.
Wow, you look completely different.
Wen really keeps the distribution center in tip-top shape.
This space is a memorial to those lost during the
That's because of Ambassador Radcliffe's head.
You ever hear that one about the orphan and the platypus?
This way, Captain. Allow me to... Allow me to assist in carrying some supplies.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that
I
didn't
will fuck up
happen.
this Walter
He's
White looking
here with the
motherfucker.
artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
I mean, it was a shiny, you know. Would go for quite a bit on eBay.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Cadre, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But, gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Cadre?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now. You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
I hope Barrett makes it back to us. I know he gets into trouble all the time, and everyone just sort of accepts he'll be fine, but still.
Yes?
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting.
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits. It has to be, right? All of this is connected. We just need to figure out how and why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? Take care of yourself.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Walter Stroud. How may I assist you?
Oh.
What can I help you with?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
No, I'm not feeling that bad.
We have an appointment. You're seeing the doctor. That's it. A lot of times, the earlier they catch something, the better it is.
You're right. I know you're right. I just wish they wouldn't keep us waiting so long.
the values of the Vanguard. Honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy.
Welcome. If you don't have official business, we ask you remain in the lobby. Most of MAST's employees have extensive training in their specific areas of expertise. But if you're interested in joining the UC, Commander Tuala of the Vanguard is just on the far side of the room. The Vanguard's open to anyone who can fly. I'm one of MAST's resource officers. It's my job to ensure those here on official business get where they're going promptly, and that any rule breaking is dealt with swiftly. Take care now.
What do we got here? Another applicant to the UC Vanguard? Interested in doing some good for the people of the United Colonies, all while earning your citizenship and credits to boot? Glad to hear it. All you've got to do is pass a flight exam and make it through one probationary mission, and you're in. We'll have you... Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard orientation. And if you've got any questions, I'm...
Warning. Criminal activity in this area will be. Please be aware that those around you may be breathing.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't sell to you. UC citizens only. Looking to buy? Zora should be able to help you.
I understand. And the cost to put me down as a citizen would be...
Stop in the name of the law!
Sir, bribery is a crime in the colonies.
Fine. Perhaps I'll just be having a chat with your superiors then.
UC security! Stop right now! UC security, you're under arrest. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force. Smart decision. Stand by to be transferred.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. Says here you spent some time as a diplomat. That isn't quite what we do around here, but still, having a way with words might prove useful. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. Huh. You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that.
Size 13, don't wear it out.
Out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? Actually, that's something new we're trying. I figured we needed to branch out a bit, broaden our horizons. UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. I don't remember asking how you felt about anything. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. If the military rolls in and attacks the Crimson Fleet, we'd have a full-scale war on our hands. That means losses. Heavy losses that the United Colonies can't afford. It doesn't matter how I feel. I'm simply doing what's best for the security of the United Colonies. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Well, first of all, we'll forget about the infraction that landed you on the Vigilance. Wipe the slate clean. Better still, depending on how well you do your job, we'll even kick in a few extra credits to offset any cost that the operation will incur. Or, you can throw all that away and end up back in jail with a hefty fine attached. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone? If I didn't think you had a chance, I would have left you in lockup. You're just going to have to follow your instincts. You aren't leaving until I have an answer. Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new mole, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. Got a lot of
Howdy.
Still, It makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of the ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Would you imagine a worse way to go? Handpicked you. I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Okay, hello. Pardon.
Hello?
Hey.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. As to why, I'll explain momentarily. Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft... Eager to get going? Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring... I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act.
Lame.
Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good. That's what I want. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you. Now, get out of here. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the vigilance and attempt when you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the beyond that, you're completely on. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years. She's shrewd and she's diligent. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got. As you were.
Yes. What? Yes?
Excuse me. Yes? We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
Ikande's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
I've got nothing to say to you, convict.
Yes, what?
I thought it was clear that Lieutenant Toft should be your next stop. Pardon?
Okay, hello.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into... You have to understand that my agitation with the Crimson Fleet comes from personal. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, that's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. That should do it. You're to... Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mis- We'll be here if you need us.
Howdy.
Excuse me.
Hey, Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded.
After the UC Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony
Sorry, but I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs office
FC is
before I can
nothing
set
but a
foot.
bunch of warmongers and murderers.
Yes, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just...
Listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you? Really? Huh. You have your own ship? Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative. Good. Great. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world of credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, it's a tough field. And what I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam, and Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead, we don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. Well, you may need to lean on him. Scare him. Nothing illegal. Just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their gal bank agreements. If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, it's A-okay for Galbank's bottom line if you choose him. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him. I'll send over all the details. I hate to end on this note, but not everyone's a straight arrow. You cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing. But don't expect any more jobs from me. Best of luck.
If there is any way I can assist you, I do hope you're taking advantage of our remote transaction bank, Galbank. As always, all Galbank transactions are secure and guaranteed.
don't know if I have the time.
You might want to rethink that.
Enhance is here for you, no matter your needs. Hi, welcome to Enhance. Thanks so much for stopping. If you're here to try something new or on a whim, or to replicate a look you've seen and loved elsewhere, all our services and records. Oh my God. You certainly put things bluntly, don't you? I did. I may have lost little things. Oh, no. Oh, come on, please. Yes. Thank you for doing this. Oh, and don't read. Come back anytime.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters. All visitors, you'll need to contact someone directly if you need to schedule an appointment.
The only problem is that moon does not exist.
As you can see, traffic is good.
Hello and welcome to
The
Terrabrew.
sales
How may I
keep
serve you?
climbing.
And there are 2 locations
Hi there.
in New
Welcome to
Atlantis?
Terrabrew. How can I help you?
Yes. And the sales in the fest didn't dip at all when the second stopped.
Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terrabrew offers is my favorite.
One thing's constant. People need coffee.
Certainly. Please take your time.
This is very encouraging.
Enjoy Terrabrew. They'll have our table ready soon.
Welcome to Whetstone. If you're looking for the best cut of meat in the settled systems, look no further.
There are worse fates.
I guarantee you.
Well, I'll try not to fill up on their bread plate.
It took years to get it looking just like this.
Whatever you say.
I know, you think this is a joke of a job. But keeping the grounds immaculate, you can take pride in.
Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at it.
These greens are the heart of the commercial district. And if it's thriving, so is me.
I'm just here for the paycheck.
You'll come around. You'll see.
What's the verb for that again? It's on the tip of my tongue. Don't.
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be... Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been... Oh, well, certainly. Right. Come back if you need something else.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
I am at your service, Captain.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full-time.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. Felt the same way when I started, too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we? We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. Bye.
Scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees. Sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad.
I hope this water doesn't contain anything harmful.
Something wrong with the exam?
All right. Here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother. Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Bye-bye.